Don't get technical, move!
No sweat.
Coming up on Crossfire Collectibles, the G.I. Joe Classified Series number 138, Night Force, Vincent R, Falcon, Falcone, and Quarrel. Stick around. What's up, and welcome to Crossfire Collectibles. Today's video, we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the G.I. Joe Classified Series number 138, Walmart exclusive, Night Force, Vincent R, Falcon, Falcone, and Quarrel. So part of the Night Force, now Walmart exclusive series, we have our first two-pack with Falcon and Quarrel. So here they are in the box. You can see Falcon here and Quarrel here. They come with a couple of steel core helmets, tons of accessories. Looking at the box, there's your Night Force logo. You got the blue and black packaging at the top. Your stripes and star, 138. Over to the side, you have some stats. And first, here are Falcons. And then here are Quarrels. You got a shot of the two together here. And QR code. Over on this side, you have a decent little artist render. You got Falcon in back of Quarrel, and they look pretty good. 138 at the bottom. Flip around to the back. Here you have a nice shot of Quarrel and Falcon in what looks to be an energon mine. You have some stream running through here, the crystals all over the place, and that looks pretty cool. A couple close-ups of one of the helmets. You can see it's got some wings painted on the side. Here you have, I think that's Quarrel's shoulder. Looks like a griffin. And then down here you have this little countdown clock that looks like above a red pouch. Stats again, 138. UPC at the bottom, if you need it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and pop this open. But first, please subscribe to the channel. All right. So I knew we were going to get a Night Force 2-pack, but I'll be honest with you, I had no idea we were going to get Quarrel. It's kind of odd that they're adding those, I guess you want to call them renamed remakes of the figures from the Action Force line. So Quarrel in there, she is just, I guess, the English version of Scarlet. Looks a bit different, of course, you know, new head sculpt, which I totally appreciate. So maybe they're just using new characters with this, which I'm totally down with. All right, first we got some crap here. All right, and there are the figures in the plastic dungeon. Loads more weapons down here. In the box, you know, when they were on the shelf or whatever, or in the pictures, I never saw this on the shelf, obviously, because it was mailed to me, but we couldn't see what was down here. I figured that was a grenade launcher. Falcon's backpack would be in here. We didn't see that, I guess, heavy, maybe that's a semi-automatic shotgun, possibly. And I didn't see Quarrel's crossbow, but very cool. Go ahead and take those out. Peek at the back of the box. There you have the blue with the stripes and stars. Very cool. Throw this back into the box and put this off to the side. So now, take a look at the figures, and I think we're going to go with Quarrel first, simply because I want to get some more close-up shots of Falcon, and we'll show him off, we'll talk about the head, all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and go with Quarrel. We'll get these weapons out on this side first, and here you have M16, so nice to get one of these. Has a scope on it, hole at the end of the barrel for a blast effect, nice detail. You have a removable magazine, and it feels a bit stiffer, so that's good. I'm glad we got an extra one of these now. So it's always good to get some weapons that were fairly newer, they didn't have before, but are actually real renditions of actual, you know, rifles or assault rifles with this. So I'm happy for that. Her pistol, and here that is. You have a typical semi-automatic, probably a 45 right here. Looks like a larger barrel end for blast effect. You have a hammer on the back here. Very nice. We've got a few knives in here. We're gonna have to cut open to get to them. And our first one, we have this little kind of curved edge, nice silver blade on it, black handle. We'll just show them all off and then we'll figure them out at the end who they go with. So I've got some tape on this one. Here you have the second. So black handle, black blade. Typical knife here. Got a couple of finger grooves down here. All right. And then our final knife, which is obvious with Falcons. Here you have the longer survival, maybe Bowie knife, black handle, longer blade. You have that the razor dip going in here, serrated up here at the front. Pretty cool. Another pistol, and I like this one. You have a more smaller, compact, semi-automatic pistol, 9mm likely. You have an extended magazine on it. Kind of probably a custom slide up on the top. It almost has the look of maybe a Glock 19, but there's definitely modifications to it. Hole at the end of the barrel for a blast effect. And that looks good. Now moving down to the bottom, and we'll go ahead and pop her crossbow out. All right, so here is the crossbow. Very similar to the Retro Scarlet. You have the sight on the side. There's your handle, your stock. Again, separates from the top so you can take the bow piece off. And there's your part that'll probably slide under her foot so you know she could pull it back and cock it. You have a trench right here so you can run one of the bolts along into it. So pretty cool. And then also like Scarlet, you get 4 bolts here. So you get 2 of these. You have a kind of more snub arrowhead right there. And there's the back. You do get 2 of those. You have the more longer head right here on this bolt. And then you have this little either grapple or it could be a putty, you know, so it shoots and sticks into something, maybe has some C4 on it, she can remote detonate it. So there we go for her 4 bolts. Moving up to the top, and here is the first helmet. So this will be Quarrel's. I'm not sure if they're different in size yet. We'll have to compare it to the other one. Now, what looked like to be a hollowed out helmet from the packaging itself, I'm wrong. It is actually a headpiece. So you would have to take her head off and snap the ball joint into that to use it, which kind of sucks. I was really hoping it'd be hollowed out so you could keep the head on it and, you know, just put the helmet on if you needed it. Oh, so that's a bummer, but it is what it is. So just like the female steel core, you have the helmet. This is mostly black. You have the green in it. The red wings coming off to the sides as part of that red visor. So that's pretty cool. But that's the bummer right there. Oh well. She has a couple of extra hands here, so we'll take a look at those. And you have some clenched fist hands, all black, no openings. You see the glove, there are some knuckle guards on there. They have hinge pegs, which will allow the hands to go out or in. I think that's it for Quarrel's accessories, but we're gonna go ahead and show off this last one before we show the figure. So no, I'm wrong. This is not a semi-automatic shotgun. This is an actual rifle. You can see the shells on the ammo belt here leading into the drum. You have probably a sight and scope up here. You have that pump grip down here, hole at the end of the barrel. So you can take that off if you want to. You can see right through the chamber, which is pretty nice. I like the gold, so it kind of matches the bullets itself. Pretty nice. Probably definitely Falcon's gun. But anyway, let's go ahead and pop Quarrel out. So here is Quarrel, and she looks good. I like the head sculpt. Short hair, kind of parted. You see she's got an earpiece in that's running down her neck. That's pretty cool. You have the green suit with, I guess, the black piece over it, kind of like how Scarlet's, just reverse colors. She's got this thigh strap here with something on it. And then on the left leg, she has a knife sheath. It's pretty much just a remold of Scarlet. And just repaint it. Pretty basic. She's got a vest on. You can see that little countdown timer right here. Knife sheath up here. So this figure will likely get 2 of the knives. There's that Griffin logo on her left shoulder. You can see she's got the throwing stars on her left gauntlet, just like Scarlet. And underneath, she has that molded on pistol. Shoulder pads, which are likely removable, but we're not going to bother with them. The red pouch is over here. I guess this little vest is kind of cool. A little bit of armoring on it. She's got a belt for her arrows that has a quiver on it. She has a belt with a quiver attached for her crossbow bolts, same as Scarlet. And she's got some extra shells over here on the side. Yeah, typical repaint, but it's got a new head. That's pretty cool. Let's check out the articulation. Head's on a ball joint. Kind of has a longer neck than I'm used to, I think. It can move back and forward, a little bit side to side. There is some range of motion in the neck. The head can rotate full 360, and you can pop it right on off like so. If you want to use the helmet, bring it in and pop it on, just like that. Now it doesn't look bad at all, but she does have some exposed flesh on her neck, which I'm not sure if you're all armored up, why would your neck be exposed? But she is technically a new character, so we're going to keep her with her head. Now, a little bit of a complaint in here, you can see the ball joint, even though that is pushed all the way in. I don't know if mine wasn't drilled low enough and hollowed more, but we just had that extra long neck for some reason. But anyway, we'll check out the arms here. So the shoulders, they're attached with small butterfly joints. Due to the shoulder pads, if we slide them down some, we can put her arm up about that far. It doesn't want to go much further. But with that exposed, you can see the Z right here, the Z force. Interesting. Pop that back up. She does have bicep rotation. The arms can rotate a full 360. Double jointed pinless elbows. And now I'm curious. Yep, I figured there was a patch over here. And then you have the Great Britain flag. But anyway, down at the forearms, you have no articulation. Down at the wrist, you have the hinge peg on these gripped trigger finger hands. And the hinge will allow them to go down and up and rotate a full 360. So with the vest on, we obviously can't see any torso action up in there, but she has waist swivel. I can't really, she can bend back some, forward some, and then the belt is not attached, so you can spin that around if you'd like. Down at the hips, we'll look at her legs. There's the drop leg up at the hip. Stick that back up. Leg can come out that far, go back that far, and off to the side that far. She's got thigh rotation, double jointed pinless knees, calf rotation, and down at the ankles, she's got the hinge. There we go. Foot can go forward that far, up that far, and got some side-to-side rocking. So not bad. Same as Scarlet's, but this figure doesn't feel anything like the retro car Scarlet. That figure is nice and smooth. This one's a bit stiff and has some flaws, but stand her off to the side. Check out the balance. And she'll probably need a stand, but we got her like that for now. But we need to get her out of the picture because the packaging is kind of big for the rest of the pieces. So we'll move on to Falcon and we'll continue with his accessories. Once again, lots to go over. And here are your Night Force flashlights. We saw them with Tunnel Rat, black, red lens, very cool. You get a pair of these. All right. Down here, we have a grenade launcher, just like a range viper, all black. You see the cylinder can revolve inside of there. You got a hole at the end of the barrel for a blast effect. Stock, the front grip, scope. Cool. Falcon has a shotgun. So here that is. Simple pump shotgun. Probably has a bunch of shells stored down in here. Hole at the end of that barrel. You have an actual folding stock, which is great. And even the butt folds up. You got a couple of shells stored on it. And I like this mold. This is a nice one. All black with the red pump, you know, it looks nice. I like it. And especially that you can fold that stock either up or down. That's just great. I love that. So nice. Wish they would do more stuff like that. Moving on. He's got some night vision goggles here. So of course you can see it's got the adjustable dome straps up at the top. And there's your 4-lens night vision goggle right here. 2 pieces for the eyes and then the 4 to look around. Red lenses on them. Seen them before, but cool. Now we will pop out his helmet. And here it is. Same design, larger, black, green, red, also has the wings. And it's a ball joint, so damn it. So you could just snap this onto that body, take that head and throw it on your fugly Falcon. But if you did like what I did, I just got a totally different head and throw it on my Falcon. I don't even know where my fugly head is. But I guess that's okay, it's cool. You could have done either one way or the other, but I'm happy with it. So comparing the two, obviously the male helmet is larger than the female helmet. So you do have 2 different sizes here, just like the steel core. So we get that down off to the side. We'll show off his final accessory before we get to the figure. And we have his backpack. Very a real American hero inspired. You have all black. The antenna that's folded at the top and taped together. A couple of canteens here in green. The rope off to the side. There's a pouch. Of course, it doesn't open to be able to show you the radio inside of it. And then you have your sheath off to the side right here for his longer knife. So cool, cool. And then finally, the figure. So here is Night Force Falcon. Now I see they went with the original colors of the Night Force Falcon. You know, the gray shirt underneath. You have the green scarf, the black beret, brown pants. He's got green knee pads, black boots, black gloves. The addition of the shoulder pads, the black vest with the brown pouches on it, a couple of extra shells over here to the side. Go ahead and get a shot up at his face so you can see how much better it looks. We're not even going to worry about the other Falcon. I don't even know where that head is, but we'll show you the side-by-side comparison with a picture right here. This looks much better. Take the beret off. He's got a much more, I guess, kind of accurate haircut like he did from G.I. Joe the movie. And it looks pretty good. See the eyes? They're blue. And then we'll throw the beret back up on him. And it looks pretty good. So keep the scarf or not, neckerchief, whatever. Pops right off, just like the Vipers. So these shoulder pads will slide off, and pretty easily too. And I'm probably going to take them off, but they're all black. You have the green in there, as well as some shells around the top. He has nothing on his shoulders, but if we take that one off, you can see that also has that griffin. Pretty neat. Put them off to the side. And then we'll look at him over. He's got some hairy arms, man. The hair on his arms. Belt's not attached. He's got a couple of red shells down there. He's got this little hook here, which something will fit into it. He's got a holster here on the right leg. Some pouches on the left. So let's check out his articulation. So we'll start with the head. Get the beret off for a moment. Head's on the ball joint, obviously. Forward that far, back that far. A little bit side to side. Some range of motion in the neck. It can rotate a full 360. Now, these arms are on super butterfly joints. That is crazy. Look at that. See, the hinge will allow them to come up that far. They can rotate a full 360. Bicep swivel. Double jointed pinless elbows. And down at the wrist, you have the hinge peg to allow a full 360. Hands can move down and up. So arms are really nice. They have great articulation. I like them. So with the vest being on, obviously we can't tell how much of an ab crunch you can get, but that's as far as you can go back with the vest on. And not really forward that much at all. Waist swivel. Again, the belt is not attached. You can slide that around if you'd like. Now at the hips, we'll check out the drop leg. Leg can come forward that far. Out to the side, about that far. And back, about that far. Thigh swivel. Some pretty tight double jointed knees. Calf rotation at the bottom of the pants and the top of the boot. Boots look good. And down at the ankle, the hinge. Down, up, and side to side. So there's your articulation on Falcon. And I gotta say, I think I like his articulation a lot more than the first version we got. So let's go ahead and set these back. Zoom back out a bit, and we'll go ahead and start to gear them up. So let's bring in Quarrel first. And we will take the first bleed and slide that right on up into her sheath up here on her shoulder strap. We're gonna go ahead and leave the shoulder pads on her since she is a female. They kind of fit in a little bit better. They don't stick out as far as the males. The bolts, we gotta do these one by one. So, get 1, 2, and 3. Come over here to her leg and put the other knife right here. Just like that. Now, she doesn't have a pistol holster, and that's okay, but we are going to give her a crossbow. So we'll go ahead and put that in her right hand, and we're going to take this little grappling or sticky bolt, load that up onto it right there, just like that. So we'll probably just have her holding it up, you know, like she's undecided what she's going to do yet. And now I think the M16 would be great if I ditched a crossbow, but since she's got the bolts in there, I think I'll hang on to it, but it's a little too much. So I'm going to go ahead and give her a pistol and pop that on in her left hand like that. And she'll kind of just hold it down to the side. And we'll set her back in a basic stance, not doing anything special yet. We need some stance for that, but we'll do it. And now Falcon, let's go ahead and pop that head off just to check out the steel core helmet. Snaps on nice. There you go. So if you just wanted to take this head and throw it on your other Falcon, that would be totally fine. You could throw this helmet on this figure and have a totally new character. Either way, that looks good like this. I actually like it. But for now, I think I'm just going to leave the Falcon head on since we took those shoulder pads off. So we'll do something like this. Just throw the head on, give him his beret back, and we'll load him up. So we'll take the other pistol and put it in his holster right here. We'll take his backpack and get that knife out and put that right in the sheath right there. Line that peg up with the hole in his back, and I don't think the peg is quite long enough, but there we go. So he can actually stand with it on. Depends how you have him, I guess, angled, but it works. So we can't fit one of the flashlights in this little loop right here. It's too tight. I don't want to break it. I mean, if we pried it, heated it up, it'd probably fit, but no, there's nowhere on his backpack for the flashlights, so that kind of blows. but I'm still going to give him the shotgun, which I think is totally fine. So we're going to go ahead and just have him hold this in his right hand. I'll go ahead and bend around his left arm. And we got to get that hand bent open so he can get his, that's a grip around that pump. You know, like he's ready to just go in, start pumping and blasting. And there we go. Looks pretty good, like that. So we'll put them two together. There they are side by side. So kind of sucks we can't fit this load of accessories that, you know, each figure comes with, but they do come with a lot. So the good thing is you can customize them pretty much however you want, and they would make a great addition, especially to your Night Force team. Well, I guess for the hell of it, even though I said I wouldn't, I'll go ahead and bring out Falcon and the Retro Scarlet just for a side-by-side comparison. So there you go. There is Quarrel next to Retro Scarlet and Night Force Falcon next to regular Falcon. And like I mentioned, I went ahead and swapped the head on mine. I used a Marvel Legends Johnny Storm Human Torch head and just painted the hair brown. And that's what we came out with. It looks okay. I think I'm going to leave the Night Force alone for now, but I do like the extra head, and I may just swap them out with that totally. Now, if we go ahead and bring these two in, you can see there is a skin color difference. The Night Force is paler than the regular version, and his arms aren't as flippin' hairy. So we have a more tanner Falcon over here, as opposed to this pasty, hairy one. But yeah, so I don't know if a swap would actually work well with them two. But anyways. Alright, so there is a quick little comparison for you. We're going to go ahead and toss some figure stands into the feet of the figures and toss them up onto the turntable, and then we will give you some final thoughts.
G.I. Joe will return after these messages.
Be sure to check out our previous videos. A link will always be pinned in the comments.
Now back to G.I. Joe.
All right, so here we have it. The G.I. Joe Classified Series number 138. Walmart exclusive. Night Force. Vincent R. Falcon, Falcone, and Quarrel figure 2-pack. I've got to say, this set is pretty appreciated. The figures look great. We got the much needed head swap for Falcon, and this one is so much better. I think we were all expecting a Night Force Falcon, but to finally, I think the nightmare was, you know, are we going to get the same, you know, fugly face? But no, we got this one, and it looks so much better. Quarrel, I don't think any of us were expecting a Z-Force figure, so that was a total throw out of left field from Hasbro. Yeah, it's just a repainted, you know, European, British version of Scarlet, but there is a new head sculpt on it, retro body repaint, but it's a cool figure. You know, they gave them both steel core helmets, so they're obviously part of the same platoon, and that's cool. The ton of accessories that come with these figures. You see, there's Falcons over here, Quarrels over here. Besides this, that could go with either of them, really. And it's nice. I'm pretty satisfied with the set alone. I think it's worth it. You know, probably one of the 2-packs I've been waiting for that I'm actually happy about. I do like and appreciate the Z-Force figure, and I'm so happy we got another Falcon, and they really upgraded it. Yeah, they are the same reused molds for the bodies, but, you know, the heads, that's probably what made it, and I'm just overall happy with it. We did actually get a second set, as you can see over here to the side, but I'm not going to take the head out of that for the Falcon, because I'm actually going to be a good friend and hook this up to Mel over at Way I Got It Figured. Be sure to check his channel out. He does some great stuff, mainly Transformers, especially stop motion. So follow the link and give him a like. We do have some more coming up this weekend. I'll show you off to the side here. We have a Star Duster. We got to get that done. And I think we're going to do a custom. We got something in store that I think you guys will like. But apart from that, I think that's going to do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw. If you did, please, like always, leave that giant thumbs up, subscribe, tickle that bell so you're notified when we post future videos. Be sure to follow us on social media. And until then, we will see you in the next one. Peace.